Yeah, we are continuing our series with distillery rankings, tier lists, however you want to word it. I word them as rankings, but I've had a decent amount of folks ask me about Old Forester, so that's what we're dealing with today. We finished Buffalo Trace, Wild Turkey. We done any other ones?
Jack Daniels.
Jack Daniels.
Jack
That's
Daniels.
good too, yes. So we're moving on, and we're going to be discussing Old Forester today, which I'm all in favor of.
And I'll say that because the only other limited offerings from Old Forester are the President's Choice Rye, the bourbon, and the birthday bourbon, we're not going to do a part 2.
No.
Unless you guys really want to see it, but it would mostly just be ranking birthday bourbons at that point. I think we did that once already.
Yeah, it's just there. I would venture to say that Old Forester is not really forward thinking or aggressive in their limited releases per se.
Apart from the 17 or the 117, the 375s, but I think those are distillery only. They're very limited. I don't think we have more than 1 or 2 of them.
And if it was, they were gifted to us as well. So.
Yeah, I know we did a barrel pick there once, and we were given the opportunity to purchase one of them. Yeah. I think it was the Warehouse, the Bottled and Bond or something like that. Okay. But they are coming out with a 12-year tribute series. I can't talk. So maybe this will be the start of them starting to pump out some other limiteds like Jack Daniels does with 1 or 2 a year. So we'll see. But for now, this is all we're doing for Old Forester. Yeah, so let's see what we got.
And some of these bottles are some of my favorites. Absolutely, it's been in here forever, and I've repeated purchasing. The first one we're going to be tasting is actually one of those. Old Forester 100 proof. I personally do not have the lower proof option. I don't have that. I would have to assume that would be the least on the list anyways. I think it's 86 proof, I think.
That sounds right.
But at any rate, I don't personally have one. So I carry this one. I figure why not? It's like $25, give or take a couple nickels. And it's 100 proof, and why would I want the 86 one here when I get this one for 25? Yeah, great price. Great price.
And this is one that I don't know about you. I literally always have for mixers. I don't do a ton of cocktails at home that aren't like Negronis and things like that. When I do mix with a bourbon, 8 times out of 10, it's with that Old Forester 100 proof. It's very, very solid.
I do a lot of mixing with it as well. Yeah. I mean, for a $25 bottle, my apologies. For a $25 bottle,
it makes your throat do something.
Something got caught up in my gizzard for a second there. It'd be all right though.
Your gizzard?
Yeah.
I get it. I always get for the most part, a banana runt type of a thing on here. I do get that on this. Nice oakiness, nice sweetness. Not super in depth, not complex.
No,
but a nice overall smell.
Yeah.
Smeller.
Nice. How can you complain about that?
Dude, that's so good.
At all. I mean, I don't know how you complain about that.
Why is that your thing here? If I had to give it a knock, and we're talking about a $25 bottle here, so there are some things that don't quite stack up with, I'm sure, some of the other ones up here. The sweetness isn't quite there towards the end, a little drying, but
yeah, it kind of the tobacco and a little bit of leather really shines at the middle of the back end of the palate.
Yeah,
which I personally enjoy, but I think it's great for $25.
So do I.
All right, buddy. Moving on to the 1870. This is one that we really haven't dealt with a lot on the channel per se. So 90 proof.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
They're Whiskey Row series, but 1870 and the 1897 are the two that we don't really deal with a ton.
And I'll say that I don't know a ton of folks that when I hear about the Old Forester Whiskey Row series, you always hear about the 1920, you always hear about the 1910.
Right.
Past that, I don't hear a lot of people talking about the 1870 or the. I have a story about the Bottled and Bond, which is kind of neat.
Okay.
But I can't tell you the last time I actually had this. It's been a minute, and that looks pretty full still.
It just doesn't get. I mean, it just doesn't get used that often.
I didn't even talk about the nose. The nose is sweet. I'll say that much. Ooh. Do you remember? I think this is 42, $45. something like that. It's a little bit more.
Yeah, it's somewhere in that range. I mean, I don't know, Trent. What are you thinking? Because I think the sweetness is there a little bit more. Truthfully, for me personally, the 100 proof is more flavor. It's richer in flavor. Now, is it richer in the flavors that you or I or Trenton would prefer? It's up for debate.
I would say what I enjoy about this is that sweetness carries through. And I think it's because it's a little bit lower proof. Whereas the proofiness of the 100 proof version at the tail end there leans a little bit darker, richer.
For me, this one here kind of falls off the proverbial cliff into the finish and the flavors. It's just kind of first half of that palate seems fairly nice, and then that's it.
Definitely more of a one noter. I like the sweetness, so that's the main thing that's standing out for me. But not enough for me to drop everything I'm doing and go out and purchase one.
Okay.
I don't think I've actually ever owned one of these.
Yeah.
I'd have to check.
I keep it down here because it's part of the series. Just looks better on the shelf.
You gotta collect them all like the.
You gotta do it. You just gotta do it. All right, moving on to the 1910s. See this one right here, bud. And a lot of you folks know quite a bit about the 1910, the Old Forester 1910, 93 proof. It's their double oaked virgin. Usually tends to have quite a bit of sweetness. Right. I mean, come on.
My grandma made me a banana cake and shipped it all the way from Florida. This is
glorious.
It is. That sweet banana cake, frosting, vanilla frosting.
I was gonna, Trent's not a frosting fan on his cake per se.
No, I scrape all that off.
Right, even on Bet's cake.
Oh yeah,
you do.
Because it's still a little sweet for me even without the frosting on it, so I can only eat it in small.
That's why I want to include it, because I would actually, if we were having a piece together, I'd put his frosting on my cake, along with my frosting.
That's nasty.
No, it's not.
So much frost.
That is so good.
No.
Yeah, you're.
Well, I need a root canal just hearing that.
However, the aromas are the cake with the frosting.
Oh yeah, well. No, definitely.
I just want to make sure.
Very confectionery. I haven't.
Love it.
I don't know that I've. No, I have one of these at home. I just don't go to it too often because I forget about it.
It's just a shame this is a little bit lower proof. If they'd offer this in a barrel proof version, could you imagine?
I don't know why it's at 93.
Because that flavor would amp up even more. It's great as is. Don't get me wrong, and it is good for all of us to have a lower proof option, at our homes that we can pull, and it's that good.
Yeah.
But could you imagine that being like at 110 proof or 112?
That would be so good if it was 105. Because you got the 115, the 100, the 9, bump this up to 105. That would be absolutely amazing.
Yes. Agreed.
I do think it needs a little bit more proof.
Yes.
We also didn't include any of the single barrels in here because they're so different. We've done 3 or 4 picks for Patreon up to this point.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
They can be all over the place.
Great.
The blue labels. Good. I don't know about you anymore. The blue labels are so hot.
Extremely.
Drinking just.
I might have 1 or 2 around here somewhere, and I never pull it off the shelf because it is screaming hot. Okay, 1897, bud. What's your story?
So Michelle and I, the first trip we did to Kentucky for the Kentucky Bourbon Trail and everything, we went to Old Forester. We did the tour at their Whiskey Row facility. And we did the whole upstairs, the whole thing. And at the end, we got a flight of the Whiskey Row series. We blinded it. Our tour guide was really cool. I can't remember his name because this was probably 5 years ago at this point. But this in the blind is what Michelle and I picked as better than all 3 of the other ones.
That's wild.
Yeah. And I hadn't even given it much thought prior to that, seeing it on the shelf and stuff.
It's weird because a little appley.
Oh my god, yeah, like apple skin kind of.
Yes,
sour apple.
Yes, green apple skin.
Green apple skin, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, there's some sweetness, like powdered sugar.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's just some confectionery sweetness, but that green apple skin is it's something. It varies away from the standard Old Forester profile, which is alluring.
And I don't know if it's because I'm looking at the green tag here where I'm
Oh,
like, oh, that's a green apple.
No, I didn't even, I
Yeah.
wouldn't even, if I looked at your eyeballs, if you asked me what color the tag, I won't be able to tell you.
No, that's definitely different than the rest of the Old Forester lineup so far.
Mm-hmm. That's very good.
Have we been sleeping on this one?
Well, obviously a little bit, yeah, because it's very good. At this point, I don't know if I'd rank it as much as this one, higher as this one, but it's very good. One of the best tastes we've had so far.
They're definitely different. I like the darkness in this more than this one, but I'll say this is not a bad pour.
Oh my gosh, no.
But I think this is in the 40s as well. So for a 4-year product, a bottled and bond product, this is not age stated, but we can assume that it's at least 4 years product, and it has to be legally since it's bottled and bond. But yeah, I think I like this one a little bit more. But the price point on this is confusing because if you look at like 1792's bottled and bond, one of the best bottled and bonds, I think bang for your buck wise that you can get. This is almost, at least from what I know about the pricing of 1792 bottled and bond, at like $27.99. This is almost twice as expensive. So I'm gonna pick the 1792. So if they lowered the prices on these, 100% I'd recommend this one. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
A little bit on the expensive side though.
I get you.
What are we on this one now?
Yeah, I think that's this one here, bud. 1, 2, 3. We got so many glasses back here. It's incredible. I got to start with 1, 2, 3.
This
4, 5. You're right. This one.
And this is a sad story with this one, man. This used to just be like creme de la crop. What do they say?
I don't get it, guys. And I'm gonna be honest with you, and I'm gonna keep an open mind. We haven't tasted anything yet. If I'm not mistaken, Trent was the very first Bourbon Madness tournament, which that tournament's coming up. We got some great plans, thanks to our wonderful patron group helping with that. For this year's Bourbon Madness tournament is going to blow you away. But I believe this won the first.
It did.
The very first Bourbon Madness tournament.
It sure did.
That was the very first bottle of Old Forester 1920 that I had down here at the bar. I have since bought 2 more. There's one previously, and now this one. And I don't know what happened. Last bottle or this bottle, again, I'm going to keep an open mind, but has not been that good.
Well, and there was, because I have a feeling it's going to get brought up, back when the labels were, the old label, I don't know if you guys remember, it wasn't, the Prohibition style was written kind of like 45-degree angle on the label, and it was a little bit darker, more old school looking. When those switched, there was a lot of folks saying that the quality is lesser and everything. I believe we did a tasting for all of them, and we didn't detect a difference.
Interesting.
I think it was around the same time that Early Times got purchased.
All I know is recently 1920 has not fared well in blinds for us, either one of us.
And this is what, 115 proof.
Which will remind me, don't miss Friday's video. The blind.
This Friday. Oh, yes.
And all I'm going to tell you is this. The very first in SLB history, all of our choices were different. We were not the same in any of our choices in the blind. That's all.
And it's rare that we know the results while we're filming a video prior.
Yeah, never happens.
We got some stuff coming up, so we had to pre-record. So if you notice a little bit of a linear discrepancy in my haircut and Kurt's haircut or whatever, just know we did things a little bit out of order, and we weren't really we weren't thinking too hard about the what do they call it when things are consistent from frame to frame in a movie. I don't know.
This one, no trend is still. I'm getting a lot of earthy notes out of here. I just am.
I'm getting like almost a tiramisu kind of a note, but it's very dry and bitter smelling.
Yeah,
earthy is a good one for
give
that.
it a sip. I'm sorry, but I'm extremely disappointed with that.
It just fell off. It really did. It fell off, and it's sad because that was once. I mean, you guys know if you purchased Early Times back when it was the black tops, this is like a similar situation. But we don't know what happened because it's still distilled by the same producer.
Yeah, I don't know. And I'm not going to go run out and buy another bottle, and another bottle, and another bottle of 1920. Again, we had the original, and I bought 2 more cents, and it's just not been that good.
I haven't. I kind of let you take the fall on purchasing these because I'm not going to go out and buy one just by happenstance. I get it.
That makes sense, Trent. I understand that completely. So I think we're over here. We're going to be the Statesman. What's the proof on that one, buddy?
95.
95.
And this was in this was like, I think, another kind of a celebrity endorsement type of a thing, or had to do with some kind of a movie.
Okay.
But I cannot remember. It might be. I'm just gonna stop talking. I think that this is like the Old Forester equivalent of Wild Turkey's Long Branch. I think. Don't quote me on that. But this had some kind of affiliation with a movie or a celebrity or something at some point in time.
I would say for me, this is the weakest nose of what we had so far. It's very difficult for me to pull much of anything.
Have you ever soaked a dish in the sink?
Of course.
Yes. If you soaked a pot of caramel in the sink for like 2 days, that's kind of what it smells like. Like stagnant caramel water. You know what I mean? No, I don't think you know what I mean.
I don't think I want to know. Of course, I've never smelled that. But...
Well, I haven't either, but...
You can relate it, can't you?
Yeah. We've all left a dish to soak in the sink and come back the next morning, and we forgot to dump the water down the drain, and then you're like, oh, please, Lord, it smells horrible. Why did I let it sit overnight? And, it happens. And then you have a well, and you don't have a garbage disposal, and you're jamming the crap from the pot down the 4-prong hole on the drain. It happens.
What are you doing?
We need to get a garbage disposal.
I guess you do.
Flush
well,
the
I'm
milk
just
down
gonna say
the toilet.
there's nothing I can add to that right there. Absolutely nothing. I'm just gonna stop. Hey, tastes better than it smells. I will say that.
It's really sweet. It's
very sweet. There's not a whole lot going on. There's no layered flavors. It's kind of a, it's not bad.
It's not harsh. It's a one-noter. It's sweet, caramely, I would say. Little watered down for me personally, but again, we're coming right off the 115 proof here, so that might not have been the best spot for me to put this in the lineup, but not as disappointing, I'll say, as the 1920. I'll say that much.
Yeah. Okay.
On to the King Ranch.
King Ranch. Now this one here, help me, Trenton. When you get 62 years old, your memory fails once in a while. This one here is and it was filtered.
Proprietary batch using heavily charred barrels filtered through King Ranch mesquite charcoal. What is King Ranch? I've seen Ford. Like Ford has a King Ranch.
What is a truck? Ranch? I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Mesquite charcoal. Filtered through mesquite charcoal.
Is that what Delbach does? Or do they just have a mesquite, like a mesquite smoked or mesquite finish?
There's usually mesquite smoked barley.
Oh, okay.
Wonderful, too, by the way. American single malt. Whiskey Delbach. Highly recommend.
I'm going to forget by the time I get home, but guys, please let me know what a King Ranch is, because, there's Texas on the top. It has something to do with Texas. That's not surprising, but I don't know.
Boy, didn't get out that much.
What do you mean? It's sweet.
Yeah, it's sweet, and I don't really get any wisps of smoke or anything like that, really. Mesquite charcoal. Barbecue-y on the aromas anyways.
There's something in there that I can't quite identify. I want to say
right.
It's more like a molassy type sweetness or something like that, but it's nice overall.
Yep.
What's the proof? 105.
I like that. It does have some earthiness there with that mesquite coming through a little bit. It's a little bit different there, but it's a lot of sweetness in the front half of the palate.
It's pretty dry.
That is true.
Quite dry.
Yeah, I'll grant you that.
The roof of my mouth is desperately pleading for some water, but
I'll give you that.
The sweetness for me doesn't come quite through as much on the palate as it did the nose.
Okay.
I'll say that. I'm missing that a little bit. It's definitely got more of a woody, darker sweetness. Leans a little bit more towards the bitter side, and a little bit. I don't know if tannic is the right word, but it's quite bitter. Or dry. Sorry,
okay, yeah,
dry.
Because I wouldn't say bitter.
No, yeah.
But I kind of like it.
It's not bad.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
I would need to sit down with this, but it's quite well balanced. I'll say that much. The only thing I have to knock it for is the dryness on the tail end, but...
Yeah, and I agree with the dryness. I agree. And my palate may be different than quite a bit of yours or Trenton's with that mesquite charcoal. Kind of something that I would gravitate towards myself. 1924, is that the last one, bud?
1924, last one. Yep. I gotta dial in some of my rankings here. 1 second.
Just making sure I got them all right.
I know I wrote down 9 for some reason.
So what is that? 1924. I don't know what batch that is. I don't know. It's not the most current. I know that because I knew I had a full bottle here. Harry asked me just the other day when I was in the store if I want the new one that just came out, and I said no, I have one already, so I'm good there. So I don't know which batch that is. I know we ran out of one because we were using it quite a bit for something, and then people had pours.
Yeah, because I remember we came out with this and we didn't have we weren't singing high praises about it, but I think we came back to this at a later date to see if it opened up. I don't think it really did.
What is this doing here? I'm confused. This is just sitting here.
Yeah, that C's is... That's King Ranch.
Oh, I didn't put it back. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure I use the right one. All of a sudden I got 2 in front of me and I'm like, I don't even know what's going on right now. 1924. Here we go. And how much is this one? So now we got to keep that in mind too.
$100.
Yeah, crank up the price just a little bit. Ooh-wee.
It's like pixie stick.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
So do I.
It's got a lot going on there. It's got a beautiful deep molasses note to it, I think.
This leans more towards like a Buffalo Trace sweet nose than...
What's the proof, Bubba?
It's 100
proof,
yeah.
Okay.
10-year 100 proof.
Okay. Yeah, he's right. There's some pixie sweetness there. That's perfect.
Bless you, Mom.
I wonder if your mom's okay.
So that pixie stick must have got...
Rebecca just sneezed upstairs.
But
I'm digging it. I'm really am. Way more than I remembered it.
Do you get like I can't shake like a dusty, like you mix dust with pixie stick type of a thing. It's like if you're going through a room that's getting sanded with drywall, but the drywall is like pixie stick dust, stuff like that. I don't know.
That'd probably be a little bit easier on me if it was.
Yeah, I'd say so. I'd like the nose a lot. It's way different than anything I smoked.
It is
Forester before.
Yeah, I'm liking it a lot. That oaky comes through quite a bit.
It does.
But it's kind of rich. It's a rich oak, but it kind of almost drowns out that nice sweetness that's in the front of the palate.
That sweetness for me is just gone.
It's just a bummer.
I would have loved to see
from the aromas. Now, this oak is really nice. It's not garbage.
No,
it's nothing like that. It's just it's rich and it's strong and it's definitely present.
I'm almost equating the it's like sour in a way that I really enjoy.
Take another sip. The second sip came out really nice for me. Still get that oak, but I think the oak came through in spades on that first sip because it wasn't anything like we've had so far.
Yeah.
It was kind of in your face. That second sip was a whole lot better for me. I like that quite a bit. All right, buddy, we're time to reveal our ranking.
One moment.
No problem. Take your time. I have to review what I have down here as well. Yeah. Okay.
I got to figure out where I'm at with the prohibition because I just put a question mark on that. I'm not entirely sure. just yet. So that's this. We go boom, boom, boom.
Well, I can go with mine because I'm ready, and some of this might shock you, and it might shock Trenton. But this is what I'm feeling right now. What do we have? 8 bottles? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 8th place of my ranking just today. Again, when you guys are doing this stuff at home, things can change from day to day. I don't feel bad, don't feel pressure in a single moment of a blind or anything like that, because I fell to that pressure years ago in the first Bourbon Madness tournament. It's just good fun. So your attitude, your opinion, your tastes, what you ate that day, blah, 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 could change. But so for me today, the least, what I enjoyed the very least, Trenton, was this 1870.
Wow.
For me. That's what I enjoyed the least. Okay.
Okay.
Coming off of there, let me make sure I get this right. I'm sorry, but I have to do it. This 1920. It just didn't do much for me today. I apologize. I don't apologize. It is what it is. It's just what I'm thinking today. So let's see. Let me get down here. Let me make sure I get this correct. So the 1870, I got to mark there. And the 1920, I got to mark there. 6. Yeah, after that is a Statesman for me. Just didn't do a whole lot for me with the Statesman. So that's that. Then moving up from there for me is the 100 proof bottle, which to me, I think that's fantastic. This is $25, guys. $25. Wonderful. Good stuff. So let's see, Trenton, that was that. Then moving up from there was King's Ranch. After that, I liked it. I thought it was pretty good. Maybe more suited for my palate than others. Right after that, with just a few minuscule points is 1897. And then Trent, for me, 1910 is second, and I really liked the 1924.
Wow. Okay.
That's by just minuscule points at all between these top two right here. This has been fantastic bottle down here in the basement bourbon bar. It's been a while since I've delved into this one. I really liked it today. Thought it was great.
Well, so take a snapshot here, write it down, whatever, because this is Kurt's lineup.
Yeah.
Kyle, put Kurt's lineup here.
My big surprise here, guys, honestly, is this 1870. It just didn't do anything for me today.
That's fair.
It just didn't. I thought it would be a little bit further up in the bottom portion of the tier, but a little bit further up, but it just didn't show up today.
So, okay. We jostled things around here. So.
Yeah. Just tell me what you got.
So it was this.
Okay, I understand. And you've never been a fan of Statesman. I get it. So you had 1920, 18. So Trenton, he has Statesman here in his 8th place rank. 7th is the 1870. Oh, you put the 100 proof? Okay, okay. After that, the 1920 after that. I would argue with that one a little bit. I just had to be honest with you, but it's Trenton's list, not mine. I'll keep my mouth shut. So what do you got then? Okay.
That's my line.
So the King's Ranch. Yeah. Then oh, wow.
Yeah.
So, wow. So you got this one here down. And I get it. I understand that.
I don't dislike, you know me about oak though.
Yes,
that's kind of the thing with the oak. This is a little bit oaky. For me, I think it drowns out. I wanted more of that sweetness. Mm-hmm. For me, that's where the 1897 brings that sweetness in. Even though I can assume that it's 6 years younger. Maybe there's some older distillate in here. I don't know. But 4-year, 10-year, the pixie or the pixie stick note that I was talking about just kind of disappears, and that oak takes over on the palate, which is kind of where I'm at with this. This offers a little bit more sweetness and a little bit less of that oak. And this 1910 is just such a dynamite bottle. It's really
it is.
It's tough. I would really love Old Forester. I know you're watching this video. You always do. I'm on a texting basis with Old Forester.
Wow.
We're really good buddies.
Okay.
Make this 105. Just do a
please.
This is not age stated.
Even a special release. Hey, Trent?
Seriously.
Get 105 to 110 and a special release of the 1910.
And none of that 375 117 series stuff. Do a full release of this, because I truly believe if this was a little bit higher proof,
yes,
it would blow, I think, even the birthday bourbons away.
Yes,
I think it would.
Well, I don't know about that, but yes,
I do.
And I know, and I'm not going to argue with you about it. I don't know if I would agree with that, but yet I understand his point. I really do. I would love nothing less than to see 1910 at about 105 to 110 proof, just to see.
Yeah, I would too. But guys, starting to sound like you now. This is our Old Forester lineup. Like we said, unless you guys really want to see another birthday bourbon blind, we're good with calling this the Old Forester video. Let us know what distilleries you want to see next, because this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I've enjoyed these thoroughly.
We struggle at some time. Sometimes we struggle in the winter for good content that everybody would enjoy.
Sure,
because there's just not a whole lot of new releases and kind of that. And so we had this idea, and I loved it. That's been a lot of fun, even for me. Eye-opening.
Really,
I love the fact that I know there's folks out there, and I don't want to put you down, but I know there's folks out there that said it needs to be blind.
Sure.
But me personally, I love eyeballing all these as we're tasting them. It's just extremely eye-opening when you're tasting one against the other, against the other, against the other, and you can visually see them. As long as you're honest with yourself and on your scoring, it really doesn't matter if it's blind or not. But regardless, I've enjoyed it, and I hope you all have too. It's been a lot of fun. So please, in the comments, give us your choice of what you'd like to see next.
Yeah.
All right, that's all we got for you today. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.